will.
What up, what up, what up, what up? We are back with another episode of Real Gents, Real Talk. Y'all, it just got real.
Yeah, technical
It
difficulties.
got really real.
Yeah,
It got so real that we had to start over.
yeah, we had to start over. My bad.
But no. We are back with another episode of Real Gents, Real Talk. We are broadcasting live right here at the studio of the After Party Radio. Big shouts out to Boss Lady.
Ooh,
What's
yes.
up,
Yeah,
boss?
Boss Lady is sitting here and she is just
She's
like,
gagged.
"Woo,
We didn't
it's a
gag
lot."
her.
Yes,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it got real in here with the brothers, baby.
it get like that sometimes.
You do, I promise you. But it's good that we can have these conversations. You know,
Definitely.
we ain't in here tussling and getting into it. We can actually have conversations
Because we
about
mature and
Yeah,
grown.
yeah.
But you know, big shouts out to all of my brothers in the building, and I mean all of them
All
are
of
in
them.
the building.
Yes, finally.
I've been
Who is
here.
that over there? Who is that?
Who is that?
Who is that? Who is that?
We welcome the other gent finally in the studio. Y'all give it up for none other than Trey in the studio.
What's up, Trey?
Finally.
And of course, you know the other brothers, y'all. Neiman in the building.
What's going on? What's going on?
We got Chris in the building and King Beautiful himself, Dior, in the building.
All hail the king.
Yay! So hey, we are back. We are definitely back. So Neiman, what are we talking about today?
What do we talk? We said the future for Pride, the future of this generation, our next generation, our generation. So just the future of Pride in general.
So ending Pride, you know, so this was really in our Pride conversation for the month of June. And
finally.
so I know
I'm so tired of being
This has
gay.
been a
I'm
month.
tired of being gay.
it has been a month. It has been a weekend.
Yes, it has.
For anybody that was in town that were participating in Juneteenth weekend, it has been a weekend.
Yes, it is.
But we made it through it.
Yeah.
So Trey, what's going on? Welcome in the studio. We welcome you to
Where
the
have
set.
you
Welcome.
been? Where have you been?
Okay. I was just
Well,
saying.
I'm so glad to be here. I missed a couple weeks.
You had one more week
Well,
to miss.
congratulations on your new job adventure.
Congrats.
Yeah, like,
Congratulations.
can I get on your buddy pass?
We gonna all be.
Can I get on your buddy pass?
All flying, baby.
National
We have to fly
Shit.
this show.
Yes, we do.
Okay.
So we can come to a city near you.
Okay.
Absolutely.
You go.
Y'all heard him.
I like it. You know. So what's been going on? Like, you know, tell us about Trey. Let the people know what Trey got going on. What's going on in Trey's world right now?
Where do I start?
The beginning.
In the beginning.
In the
beginning.
beginning.
Just one way.
Let's start there.
All right. So, as you guys know, I did take a new job.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Thank you. I appreciate
Make
it.
your
I
money.
tuned in off and on while I was away.
Did you really?
Oh,
Yeah,
you were
I
supposed
did.
to tune in
Okay.
the
Everything
entire
that I
time.
missed.
I know off and on. You're supposed to stay the entire time.
Well, you know, my hours were up and down. But anything that I missed, Chris ran in when he
Oh.
Yeah, when I
reminded
was
me of,
here,
he would
yeah.
keep me informed. So
So he was running back.
Yeah, I was running back and telling him a little stuff.
Yeah.
Not everything, though.
Tell them
He
what
said
you
he was-
said about him.
What did I say?
You gotta go
He said he was
rewatch
sick of
it.
talking about pride. What else? I'm still in the gym, still working out, still doing competitions.
Yes.
When is your next competition so we can
It's
come?
supposed to be in July. but
Uh-huh.
Since I went away for training for 4 weeks, my schedule was thrown off. So now I'm gonna push it back. I'm gonna do a show in September.
September.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm gonna have to come.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
gonna support.
that's
Yeah, we're
cool.
gonna support.
Show the world what you actually doing on the stage.
Okay.
Yeah.
What else? That's about it. I
So
mean,
how's the love life, relationship, marriage, all those things?
All those
Yeah,
good
'cause you
things.
married.
Yeah, because
Right?
you.
He's
you
married
been all
now.
the way to the-
I's married now.
Clean,
I am
clean, locked
officially
down.
married. It's marriage. It has its ups and downs.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely has its ups and downs. I don't know. It's just we hanging in there. I guess you could say that. We took a vow, so
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
sometimes
I
I have to
support
remind
Black love,
myself
so work
that I
through
took that vow.
For
Because
sure.
he does the same.
Yeah.
But I mean, overall, I feel like it's a good experience. I feel like everyone should want to thrive to get married. Like
I want to be married.
it feels good to have like somebody you can say like, this is my husband coming home. Or,
Mhm.
Ooh, just to say
some-
husbands.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So I mean, it is.
I'm
what
so
it
happy
is.
for you.
That's what's
I am too. Yeah.
Congratulations on
It
that.
took a long time. We had ups and downs. If y'all follow us, y'all saw me drag him through Deep Ellum.
Oh yeah.
I seen
Fighting
I
at
seen
Marty's.
That's
The
one on
police
Cedar
came up there one
Springs.
time at Marty's, didn't it? One time y'all was in there
Yeah.
battling down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we them Marty's and
Fighting
yeah,
that Cedar,
but you
fighting
know-
that Cedar Springs, but you're gonna have to talk into your mic so they can hear you.
Oh, okay, got you. But yeah, I mean, I feel like it made us closer because after I drug him through Cedar Springs,
Not
Put
drug.
Deep Ellum,
emphasis on the drugs.
Brother,
We
don't
ended
take
up
this
getting
somewhere.
on the-
I hope you're not
Brother,
tuned
please don't take
in.
this somewhere.
Shit.
we ended up going
He
to
might be
Vegas.
on his way up
He
and
might be
down.
up the door. Wait
Lord,
a minute.
Jesus.
Outside. We ended up going to Vegas, getting married.
Okay.
So we 5 years in, married. I believe 2 now.
Okay,
23. Yeah.
that's lit.
That's what's
So,
up.
man,
So,
Does he
would've-
still do music? Is he still rapping? Yeah.
he's on a little bit of everything.
Okay.
He kind of put it to the side to focus on his job now. You know, for the betterment of him.
Yeah.
But,
As he should.
yeah. So
That's what's up. Congratulations. I never would have thought that from us doing a show and meeting this person that now, 5 years later, y'all will be.
Mhm.
I
Reunion.
never thought it
I
was
did not
like-
see
but
it
I'm an Aries,
coming.
so, you
Wait, what
know,
show?
That's
one
amazing.
night can
So,
turn
you know,
into
when
10
we
years.
did
The
the
grind.
grind.
The grind
He was on
Dallas.
the grind.
Yeah, I remember.
Yes.
What's the grind?
He was a cast
Oh,
The
member.
grind Dallas with Jeremy.
Was I on the ground?
Yes.
Oh.
You know
I
what?
forgot that was the name of it.
Damn, he said, what's all that?
Yeah, I forgot that was
that's
the name
how
of it.
that's
My
how we
bad.
met.
Yeah, that's how I met him too, and we became cool. And then now he's like, "Yeah, okay, that's lit."
Mhm. That's what's
I'm
up.
an Aries, so one
Oh,
year
Lord.
can turn into 10 years.
What is? Oh Lord, I'm an Aries. What's going on?
These Aries.
Us
Lord.
Aries, they be locking us down.
No. I think I might have me a.
Maybe I just check my.
You just said you was in a throuple.
No.
Oh God, bitch, I forgot.
Or you just did.
I did not say that.
I must not be an Aries then. It's still me or something.
You being an Aries, you have situations that are off and on for continuous amounts of
That's
time.
true.
So that's, I mean, it's one night turned into here we are 5 years
Yeah,
later,
they-
and I'm sure with your
always gonna
situation,
come back.
how did yours
Okay, yeah,
go?
that's how me and Ronald was.
One night turned into like
We was forever.
Yeah.
8
That's like the
years.
gay. That's how the gay relationships things go.
If y'all on the
You don't
same
wanna
page.
talk?
Yeah,
Honestly.
that's true.
I'm here. I'm trying to get caught up. In
Nigga, you know who we is.
Okay.
You
I
can't.
know.
You come.
You know
You come
us.
over there get a haircut. You know what's going
I
on.
definitely
Okay.
know what's going on with you.
What's going on with me?
Tell us.
We just had
Let's
a
stay on
conversation.
subject. So we talking about the
Yeah.
future and pride.
Okay.
That's trying to tell T on me.
Because I was gonna say.
We weren't getting this earlier, but we getting it now.
Let's stay on.
Because he don't never want to stay on
I guess-
topic.
So when we talk about, well, I mean, if we're talking about, when we say we're talking about pride in the future of pride, we are still really talking about the future as in our community. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
Because
right.
pride is inclusive to our community.
Right on.
Be it, you know, gay, black, you know, male, female, it's still all inclusive. So, you know, after this past weekend, what are y'all thoughts on not just necessarily the future of pride, the future of the Dallas scene when it comes to pride, Juneteenth, since they are combined?
Mm-hmm.
What do y'all feel like that this year did for Juneteenth?
Well, from what the part I did get to experience, because I was not at all the events where I wanted to be at, because I was doing this, doing that, doing this, doing that, being stretched everywhere. I do feel like in the future, like I think it's going to get bigger for sure. For sure, it's going to get bigger. But I think that maybe there could be some more unity as far as the promoters coming together, so that everybody can make it to all the events and everybody can make all the money, instead of us having to pick and choose which event we want to go to. Because we got a homeboy over here that got this event, but we also got my brother over here that got this event, and then over here I'm obligated to be here. And then, you know, so it was just so much going on. It was just like somebody finna be mad at me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I really
So-
feel like the future we should all the
Collab.
promoters collaborate,
Yes,
even if it's
most
one
definitely.
night,
And you know what?
a mega party.
Yes.
And you know what? We used
Yeah.
like Dallas used to be really big on that back in the day, when the Seven Connection thing was going, and it's like
Seven
we kind of
Connection.
got away
I remember
from
that.
that.
Yeah, I
but
remember that.
I've noticed that Houston has really gravitated to that. One thing that I love about what Houston is doing is, even though they all got their own thing going, at least once a month or every other month, Nisha, Reggie, Anthony, and their newest promoter Jerry, they all come together and they have one big party.
That'd be good.
Together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Even for spring break, they all collabed and did.
That's what's up.
So mind you, Nisha and Anthony collabed and they bought Tashiki for spring break weekend. And even though other promoters had things going on, they still supported each other in some manner.
Right.
So even though they had their party going on, Reggie had his party going on. When his party was over, he sent everybody to Anthony's after hours.
Right. Support.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Support, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, but then they still come together and do an event together.
Together. Yeah.
You know, they support each other. They
Yeah.
pop up at each other's events. You know what I'm saying? And the crazy part is we don't do that here, but they do it for us.
Right.
Right.
Like, even for my Saturday night, Nisha came. Reggie was there. You know, Jerry was coming, but he ended up getting delayed in Atlanta, so he didn't make it. And Anthony called me. He was like, brother, I can't be there, but I'm on my way now. You know, if you got something going on, where is it? I'm there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's just sad that you get that kind of support and love from
outside
out
your
of the
city.
city.
I say that
But
all
in
the
the
That's
city,
true.
it's like you don't get
That's so true
But-
because like I can speak on that too because over the weekend, like majority of my money I made was from out of town people.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And like when I it might be different from Pride, but like when I go out of town, like from me being on like, you know, YouTube reality shows and stuff like that. Here, I don't get as much love, but when I go to Atlanta, it's like, oh
Right.
my God,
Right,
can
right.
I take a picture with you? Can I talk to you? Can I get, you know? And it's like, damn, should I be living here? You know what I'm saying? Because like,
So,
why am I getting the same
but
love
do
in my
y'all
city?
feel like if we lived in those cities that it would be the same?
No.
Yeah, I
No,
feel like
for
it would
sure,
be
no.
dumbed down a little bit
Yeah.
because they know me. That we
Yeah,
know you
we
here.
said-
We
Even
know
like
us.
when we go to Houston, like when he get to Houston,
Y'all
they
get love.
like he literally everybody be pulling him in every direction.
Hey, calm down.
No, it's the truth.
He telling on you.
Hey, calm down.
Hey, babe.
No,
I'm just playing.
Like a lot of people in Houston love you to death. So
Yeah,
whenever
that's true.
he go to Houston, they pulling him left to
Everywhere,
left to
that's
right.
true,
You know
that's
what I'm saying?
true.
So I get it. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
I
right.
just wonder if we
If
were
we
to move to these
stayed there.
cities, would it be the same energy?
a good question.
Or would it, like he said, dumb down some?
Yeah, because I was just telling Akira about that. Like, we all know Akira, so she's
Right.
she's like our friend.
Yeah.
But when me and her was out, like she was down here just chilling, they like, oh my gosh, it's Akira. Oh, like people from out of town.
Right.
And I'm like, I said, girl, I forgot you kind of a celebrity or whatever. She was like, yeah, hold on. Taking a picture, you know, and it was like, damn, like, but everybody here, we know
Right,
us. So
right,
we
right.
was just like, hey, what's up, Seth? We regular. So I feel like if we stay in Atlanta, it would just be like, oh, this such
Yeah,
and such.
for
But
sure,
I get it.
I don't know.
Because we so sad, they see us all the time, so it's not
Yeah.
a wow factor anymore. So
And these
it's-
people
I
who's
feel
not
like-
seeing us, they seeing us on TVs and on shows, and they're just like,
But,
oh, I
but
would
then
love to
again,
meet
it's like
them,
when
you know?
when we get booked, I didn't got booked out of town a lot of places. I don't think I've been booked here for none of the club stuff here besides what Stanley did for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
And
other
that's
clubs,
crazy.
like
It should be.
you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
So this past weekend, me personally, out of with a lot of the controversy, a lot of the backlash that Dallas Southern Pride received, you know, from dumbing down or taking the pool party down a notch or having to even replace the venue because of what happened last minute, I still feel like that this weekend was one of the better Juneteenth weekends.
I agree.
Since
Yeah.
Kurt has been gone.
Yeah.
I
You know,
definitely
For
it
sure.
may not have been to the magnitude
Mhm.
of what he did, but since he's been gone, I feel like that we kind of got our lick back this
For
year.
sure.
Yeah.
Because the people was in town.
Oh,
Yeah, they were.
They was in town.
early.
I feel like we made it known that Dallas has made it home for Juneteenth
I
and
agree.
Pride. You feel what I'm
I
saying?
agree.
And I feel like that we should collab together to make it could be what Kurt had left. You know what I'm saying? To get to that stats. And I feel like we need a parade too of our own. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's something that we need to get together and organize together. Because I mean, why do the white pride have a parade and block streets off? But you see how big that we do last weekend. You see how big that same crowd can be out there in the parades too and celebrating us too. So why can't we not do that? I just feel like that's something that can be in the future.
Is, where did the division come in at? Because I mean, even before Kurt,
Yeah.
they were still trying to, you know, everybody was still doing their own thing. Kurt, I felt like Kurt was the glue that kind of held everybody,
Mhm.
everybody together. But now,
What you mean on what? Like,
as far as like pride events and keeping everybody
You
like.
talking about with just like within
the
us, or
local
you talking about with
Yeah,
the?
with local
Oh.
promoters. Because now it's just like you said,
Everybody wanna be the top.
Everybody
So I
But-
think
See, whose event is gonna be better than the other
Yeah.
person's
yeah.
event?
And to be honest with you, and this was just because I had the opportunity to actually sit there, it was still that bad.
Right.
Kurt camouflaged a lot of it.
Mhm.
Yeah, because
Like when I say camouflage it, like literally Kurt would be at odds with a lot of promoters
A lot.
because he was trying to unify things and everybody wanted to do it their way.
Mhm.
And it was like, oh, okay, I'll do it, but it's got to be like this. Or
Mm-hmm.
as Kurt, well, Kurt, it's not gonna happen. Kurt, it's my
yes,
shit.
You're right.
that's how he would do
And
it.
so,
Hell yeah,
he
that's how he
camouflaged
would.
a lot
Yeah,
of this stuff that was going on because to the public it looked like it was all inclusive and he had a tight knit on it, and he really didn't. It was just a lot of stuff like he covered a lot of stuff up just to make it smooth, and that's why that one year when he didn't do anything, that was the reason why he did it. He was like, everybody wants to be the girl, and everybody wants to say what we should do, how we should do it, when we should do it.
So I'm gonna
I'm
let
just
them
not
do
gonna
it.
do nothing, and I'm gonna let them do it.
Yep.
And the year that he did that, it was a shit show. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just kind of like, they do the meetings with all the promoters prior to, and it was with him. He covered up a lot, and because financially he could do it,
Yeah.
he did a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like I've seen him be mad at everybody. He's gone to KKMS events and has had to stand in line and was over. You know what I'm saying? So like it hasn't been a perfect fit for everything.
Yeah.
He just, he's not one that's gonna blast nobody. He's not gonna talk bad unless you're just really close to him. He's just not going to sit up and just bash anybody. And a lot of stuff he just covered up just to save face because he really wanted everybody to unify and come together at some point and do something good.
Yeah.
So.
You explained that real well.
you did.
Because
You get an A plus.
Okay.
Like I was sitting in his
Gold
office.
star.
I was sitting in his office. Me and Shamar sometimes he would call us to come sit in his office, and we were sitting there for hours and hours. And he would just be going over all of this stuff, like talking about everything that was going on and with the wood, and like and every time people would have something to say, he wanted to respond. But he couldn't. So we would have to listen to it. We would have to be the ones that listen and him go off because he couldn't do it how he wanted to. So it was a learning opportunity.
Well, I give a big shout out to you for sure because Saturday night was lit as hell. It was hot as shit,
so
but
couldn't breathe,
packed.
but it was
lit.
nice. We had a good time. Everybody was
All you had to do
outside.
was
Baby. I
just
was
stand still,
seeing.
you'll be good.
I was
The
trying.
gentlemen was
I was
out
gonna
there.
like
We had a
this.
good time. And shout out to Adonis from last night. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Y'all two have really did y'all thing this weekend for real. Like
Yeah.
y'all brought the celebrities out and y'all brought the people out.
And
I just want to give y'all shout outs,
I
man.
have to shout out Natasha too. On Thursday night, she did karaoke.
Her
at
big
Martin.
one.
Oh yeah, that hoe was lit.
Heavy.
That was like the kickoff.
She kicked
Yeah, no, for real.
kicked it off, and what
Heard
I
about
love
it.
about her is that she goes against the grain, and she kind of has that Kurt mentality where she brings in the straight artists to perform for, like she had Lil Ronnie, Mike Fresh, she had all of those people.
She
come
did,
in,
yeah.
But you don't typically see them
Right.
in
Right.
settings like that.
Right.
And when they come in and they perform, like everybody knows Lil Ronnie is just fine.
Yeah.
Like it is
Little
what it is,
Ronnie,
you know what I'm saying?
mother
But he's so
fucker.
cool, and when he come in there, he brings
real
his people
chill.
in there. Don't nobody be disrespectful. Like, it be a vibe. Like and
what's up.
even after he get done performing, he take pictures with people. He don't care. Like it's not any.
That's real love.
You don't feel any type of that
Right.
unease tension. Like it be a
Right,
vibe.
right,
you know.
right.
And so I feel like that set it off, and and I shout her out for that because she's taking the initiative to break that barrier of not being able to do these certain things. You know what I'm saying? And with me and Adonis, it was just kind of like, me personally, it was my first time doing Juneteenth as a promoter. So my thing was, I gotta make sure they remember this that I did. You know what I'm saying?
Put my
I ain't working with
my
nobody.
foot in
Put
the
your
sand,
name in
bitch.
the sand.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was a headache. I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
I
Like
tell you.
I saw you running around with your neck
even the
head cut off.
night of, y'all don't even understand, when I got to the club, nothing was done.
Jeez.
Like, I left the pool party, went straight to the club. I didn't get in the club till 9:30, 9:45. The doors were supposed to open at 10. And had to literally go in there, get the bar set up, get the front door set up. I had to do everything myself.
Yeah.
Big shouts out to my son Mark and my
Marcus,
son Mo.
Fast,
Yeah.
They
Mo.
jumped in. Terrell and it's crazy. Terrell and Adonis came.
Hell yeah, they was
be there.
they was
And
doing
jumped
they
in.
was
Adonis
working.
was like,
Yeah.
I see what's going on. Let's do this. And Adonis went to the back door and was taking money at the back door.
Yeah.
And his sister was working the front door.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, and it was just like,
That was what's
it wasn't a question. Like, they just instantly
Jumped
jumped
in.
in.
Yeah, yeah.
that's-
You know what I'm
that's-
saying?
That's
So,
what unity looks
yeah.
like, and that's what it's
Exactly.
supposed to be.
like,
You know what I'm
my
saying?
kids came because, and it's crazy. They bought a section.
Mm-hmm.
They bought a section
But they working.
to work.
Right.
I mean,
That's
nobody,
what's
they didn't expect to do it, and they never had a problem. They never complained. They was.
Because
they
that's
was
just real support.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Big shout outs to Fat and them, man. You know they got love for them for real.
For sure.
It,
for sure.
it definitely it was a learning experience. Definitely was a learning experience.
Yeah.
But I was excited, and it would feel good. Somebody FaceTimed me today from Houston, and he was just like, "Man, I just wanted to congratulate you. Like, he was like, you did your shit. Like, you bought the girls.
Yeah, you did. Like,
I'm
no,
really proud.
no, for
I'm
real.
proud.
Like, they was out there having video shoots and shit. Like, it was a block party outside, for
I was so
real.
mad because they couldn't get in, and like, what I was trying to make them understand was the owner came to us 3 times and said, "No more. We are at capacity." Like you
Right.
couldn't walk.
It was
couldn't.
thick.
You couldn't
We kept
walk.
letting people
And-
in.
Couldn't walk.
So finally, the 3rd time he said, "You know what? Just close the door and don't open it." Like it was just that, like you
But
could not.
the
walk.
vibe outside, though,
It was
it was just, it was like, everybody was chilling. I ain't seen nobody upset. Everybody was just chilling.
no fights,
It
no
was no
fights.
No
bullshit.
issue, no fight.
No bullshit, man. We were just standing out there. I was like, I had a good time. The food truck, whoever
I
that
was
food
like,
truck,
I
what's
know-
that food truck that was over there? That food was good as fuck.
I know it was too packed in there for anybody to try to throw
Oh,
a punch
Lord.
in that motherfucker.
Okay.
Everybody
Right.
gonna
And
get
shout
hit.
out to Rolly.
Yeah, shout out.
Rolling, big shout out to Rolling.
Yeah.
Now Dior didn't get to do
Did-
your
did you
hair
do your
like
hair?
he was
Yeah.
supposed to, but next
Okay, y'all,
time.
listen.
We
Okay, y'all,
talking
listen.
about it.
I apologize to my brother, but
Yes,
listen,
he
y'all.
did.
My daughter came into town. She had a friend with her. I had to go do this, do that, and I was supposed to be at the ball at 8 to leave by 9:30 to be there by 10. I didn't get to the ball till 10:30.
Damn.
And the ball was dope. Shout out to Dion. Dion, y'all
Yeah.
did y'all thing.
No, not the Kiki ball.
Oh, Chris Ball.
Yeah, and shout out
Chris
to me
Ball
'cause
was
I did
dope
win
too.
both categories.
Both of the balls was dope, though.
Yeah,
I watched
like,
them. I mean,
this
yeah.
whole weekend, all the
Christmas
events.
ball, I didn't make it to the Villains Ball because I was at the club.
Yeah.
But I did go by Dion and Hirsch's ball and
Yeah.
his family.
Yeah, a lot of people I
So
know
then
clients won.
I was going to send Jarrell. My phone was dead. He didn't come to the ball. I was like, "Man, oh, you can do it." Couldn't even get into it. By the time I got to the ball to charge my phone, it was already 10 something.
Damn,
And I
Dior.
was like, fuck. I was like, Hype is gonna be mad at me.
It was hot. She would have sweated it
Yeah,
out
she would've
anyway.
sweated it out.
I went in there.
She was like, I saw her doing like this. I was like,
Oh,
baby,
she was
baby.
hot.
Bitch, my wig.
She had lost like 6 pounds, bitch.
But
How
she
she
had a
was
good time.
sweating.
She,
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
messaged me afterwards. She said she had an amazing time. She had a blast, and I was like, we definitely have to run it back. And she sent me her number. She was like, yeah, brother, call me.
Yeah.
So like it was, it was.
Yeah.
Well, the
I had to
weekend I
make it up,
felt
y'all.
as a patriot was dope.
Yes.
As y'all was the promoters and having like you worked for Dallas Southern Pride, you know you had your event and my boy Dennis had his own thing. I felt like it was great. It was energy. I didn't see no fights, no bullshit. You know, any damn way.
Baby, Babylon.
Oh, the Babylon looked like a
It was like a
goddamn.
Freaknik. It was like the
Mind
Freaknik
you,
back in the
that was
day.
Mind you, I don't know what the inside looked like, but that
The
outside
I saw it.
was.
Uh-huh.
It was thick.
I
Baby.
saw it. I was like, that is
He
crazy.
tried to get
All
the
night.
girls with the
$40 they was charging people.
park.
And
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, because you can't
It
park in
was
the parking
20.
lot, but they charged me 20, so I did still park in the parking lot just so I can get to my
You
car.
didn't even
quick.
have to.
Baby.
I parked
Baby.
across the street.
Me too.
And bitch, I was hitting
But
it.
that
Yeah.
show you how many people was in the city
And
alone.
that's why I
Just
It was
said,
so
it's
nice.
crazy.
This weekend bought to me. I feel like it brought the momentum back.
Yes.
From what.
Because I can't wait for next
Yeah,
year.
me either.
Like,
Yeah, me either. I'm ready.
It did. It
Kept the
really.
bar high.
I think it took us back to the standard.
Mhm.
I don't think I ain't gonna
agree.
say it said it because
Hell
it was already
no.
there. We lost it for a minute.
Yeah, we did.
But we got it back.
Yeah, yeah.
This weekend we
It
got
was-
it back.
it
you
was
know?
lit.
So
It
what I
was
think,
dope.
as far as you saying like promoters coming together and doing something like how they do in Houston, why don't y'all take over the State Fair Classic weekend?
So I don't know if everybody would, because you have some promoters that just like to do their thing, and it's cool.
That's
but
cool.
I have had a conversation with two other promoters,
Mm-hmm.
and we are looking to do something similar to that, and we are wanting to do something really big.
I think that's gonna be
So, yeah.
Yeah, it's
And,
gonna be dope.
and you know,
It's
my
gonna be dope.
biggest thing is I want to do stuff with people that don't mind spending money.
Well,
Right.
yes, put some.
You-
Right.
You,
You
have
gotta
Yeah.
spend money to make
Spend-
money.
You gotta make
Make money.
money. Yes,
And people don't
Like, you
understand
know, bitch, I ain't gonna lie.
Please have the
I hustle
events because that's gonna bring
hard
all
to
the
keep
queens
money
out.
for rolling, You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I did it because the long term I knew, and it's no shame. Bitch. When I walked in the club Saturday night, I had already made the money to pay her.
Yes.
Well, I paid her a deposit, and I had already made the money just from the sections alone to pay her
Facts.
the rest of her fee. And this was before I collected anything at the door.
Man, I know you made some money from the
Like,
dough.
yeah,
The
before
dough
I
was.
collected anything at the door, just the
Taking
sections
us out to
alone.
eat
And
after
I'm not
this.
even talking about pre-sale tickets, just the sections,
Sections,
alone.
yeah,
I
yeah.
made
Do
enough money
something
to
more
pay her.
That's what's
And
up.
still had money.
It was so
Congratulations,
cute, though.
man. Congratulations, bro.
Niggas in there.
There was some
I don't
niggas
know
outside.
And it
where
was some
came
bitches
from.
in there.
Ooh, Lord have mercy.
Gang was in there.
The
Look,
niggas was outside the whole weekend, baby.
That was a good answer.
What was going on?
Baby, that was a good
I ain't see nobody.
Oh,
Yeah.
y'all was blinded.
I'm
Oh.
sorry.
I'm
I had
sorry,
glasses
niggas was out.
on.
Hell
In
yeah.
Dallas this past weekend. That
I ain't never
It was a
seen
lot of
before.
different faces though.
Yeah,
I hadn't
it
seen a
was.
lot. Like I was saying,
Mm.
yeah, it was a lot of different.
I don't want you getting beat up. When you-
So was y'all at any other freaky events? Because they also had some freaky events here.
I didn't go.
They said you was there with the mic and everything,
No, I didn't have-
hyping them up and everything. Get it, get it, get it.
They said that was hot.
No, that was that. That was that
Hyping them
one.
on,
Now that
though.
was that 1 year.
He got a clown. He got a
After
clown.
this weekend,
Gotta
I
come.
needed to be in one of the events to release that stress. Because, baby,
Baby.
I was going from Thursday to last night was my last event. And that was
Yep.
I just know
Everybody
Saturday
else.
looking at your face
That's
as you
how
was
it is.
walking through the club, like you was just, you was on your thing, and I was just like, I ain't gonna stop him to speak to him. I'm just gonna rub his hair so he
I
know it's
couldn't
me.
even get in the door. I said,
Because
I'm
his
glad
face,
I
his
can't
facial
wait to get in
expression
there.
was just like, I'm on
I
a
was in
mission.
there, but then
I
yeah,
didn't
by
get
the time
in,
you
yeah.
got there, I went on
Yeah, I stayed
outside.
outside. Yeah, I was outside.
I appreciate y'all for even coming through.
Yes.
Shout out to you.
I had fun though.
So I can't
So
wait
I
to
did
see
get to go-
talking about the future, what that's supposed to be in the future.
And you know what? I'm grateful.
That's what's
you know,
You got to keep bringing the celebrities.
Man.
Man.
he does his thing. So you know, I honestly now that I've done this, I can kind of see what's going. So my focus now is to try to do something like once a month.
Yeah.
Because now since I've done this, so many people have reached out to me. Like, so many people, like baddies, different managers from different people are reaching out to me like, hey, you need to bring so-and-so, you need to bring this person, you need to bring this person.
For sure.
So
Because I want to see Ivory. I want
I
to
can
see
see
Big
Big
Ivory.
Ivory.
But, you
I
know,
like
Ivory.
Ivory.
yeah.
People have hit me up about Ivory. People have hit me up about Cold Color.
Summer.
I've gotten,
hit you
Summer.
What about Dolly? I love Dolly.
I love that.
Bad,
I do
yeah, I've
too.
heard about Bad Dolly too.
Yeah, I want to
So
see her.
yeah, you know, I kind of got some things.
You don't like Dolly?
Me and you
I
on the
didn't say
same way.
that.
I didn't say I don't like her.
I didn't say that.
Because you know they get on here and start reading y'all.
No, I didn't say that.
And you know what? And when this happened, the first person I thought about was Boss Lady, but it wasn't enough time to do it. So no sooner as Rolla got here, the first thing she hit me up, she said, "Hey, well, since I'm here early, is there a podcast or anything that you would like for me to do while I'm here?"
Oh. Wow. Oh, why would you say that?
Why I can't
Oh,
believe
I
that shit.
mean, you know, I can't lie, but
I'll stay around the
didn't know.
corner.
I didn't know, like you know, when
It was
happened,
late and it was
like
Saturday.
she got here like 1:40 something Saturday. I was at work, you know.
Ooh, I
it
was
so
at
much
work.
Other stuff going on, so it was no possible way to pull everybody
Right,
in.
right.
That would have
last
been
minute.
some.
But
Yeah, we
pull
could have
out.
had her on this bitch. I
I
would've-
know, that's why I said it. But what I'm gonna do from now on, Boss Lady, when I know these people are coming, I'm going to make sure that we put that into the
Yes.
itinerary.
Absolutely.
that we
With the
do
gentleman.
that.
With
Yeah.
the gentleman.
That's for the future.
Yes,
And-
come on
and
for
I
the
say
future.
that
Yes.
I say that because I'm already working on my next person, and I'm sending the deposit. So once I do that, we'll have that conversation again. But yeah, it was so crazy when she said it because no sooner as I read the message, I didn't even think about them. The first thing I thought about was, "Oh, Boss Lady gonna kill me." She had just said this. She said it before we left last week. She was like, "You need to see if you can get her to do." And the first thing she said, she was like, "Well, since I'm early." Is there like a podcast or anything that you want me to
See.
do while I'm here?
Yeah.
But we're gonna run it back. It's nothing.
Mhm.
But yeah, so the future I think is could be bright.
It's looking bright.
Now
going
I
to be
did
bright.
like the idea that y'all ran last week with the hair show.
Yeah, I really think
yeah.
y'all should
Okay.
I
do
think that
that.
would be dope, and I
Okay.
think y'all need to start working on that
Now.
We can probably do that for the
Like-
for the
Classic
State
weekend,
Fair Classic
yeah.
weekend.
And like
That would be
we
cute.
and we know
Yeah.
What we
people.
could do is we could do the hair show and then incorporate a concert afterwards.
Yes.
That would be dope.
With like local and other artists? Or,
I would
ooh,
definitely
okay.
say local. We need to highlight the
Well,
local
let's get it
artists.
together.
Definitely
Let's set the
So
meeting
you
up.
think
Yeah,
y'all
let's-
would be able to?
let's get it
Because I
going.
know, I know that funding is a little limited now, but is there an opportunity you think?
I
That
think so.
they could,
It's a possibility.
Good time
I would
to
have
it.
to talk. Yeah, I feel so.
We would love to sit down and have a
Yeah.
meeting.
Let's
And
have a
then
meeting.
Yes, yes, yes.
I think the her show
Get that
it
done.
would really really bring some people. Like we know Joe. Joe gonna want to be a part of that.
Okay.
Then right now they got the Zeus little show with the
Yeah.
her show. Like I think
What's
that
the
would
Herschel
be
and Zeus?
yeah with all the hairstylists with all like and Joe and them on. I'm gonna have to send it to
I
you.
know Jonathan is here.
Yeah.
Jonathan.
Yeah.
Like yeah, I
You
think
have
it could be
I
really
know a
cute.
lot of
LGBT
hairstylists-
barbers too.
hairstylists
Like
here.
it's not. It's a lot of LGBT barbers.
I
out
thought
here.
you was
They
the
can
only
come out-
gay barber.
No, I'm
Come
not.
on. I'm
I'm just the only one who popping their shit.
Oh yeah.
I'm just the only one who done made a staple in this city. You hear me?
Oh, my
No,
God.
I'm just playing.
No, don't say you
No,
have.
no, for
You
real.
made your mark, though.
I have made my
I give
mark.
you-
You know what I'm saying? Dallas
I give you
LGBT.
that.
I have
Lamont,
made my
don't come,
mark.
don't come.
We
No
have to
shade to
reset.
nobody
We
else,
have
but
to
I have made my
reset.
mark in the city. You know what I'm saying?
definitely
No, you have.
So it is
You
what
done
it
got
is.
on our nerves with it, but you.
Oh, fuck that. I don't give
Oh,
a damn
yes.
shit.
Big ass
I
teddy
want
bear
to me
logo.
and promote me. Look for who don't fuck
I
with
got so
it.
talented
You
with
have.
that little titty.
I don't give a damn.
Big
ass.
Okay.
But every last one of y'all has sat in my chair. Besides
And
Dior.
I will come back.
But Dior has
Not
sent
yet.
people to me too.
I-
But
I
everybody has
have
supported
too,
me.
man.
Yeah, you all y'all have.
I see you
So
with
y'all
that.
all
You said
supported
one.
me, and I appreciate that. Y'all,
Of
y'all
course,
don't
we
know.
will always
Y'all have
support
paid
you.
bills.
He had gave me
Y'all
that.
have sent niggas on trips and took me shopping, and that's
Damn, I ain't
y'all
went on no
have
trip.
supported me. And so
That's what's
Can
up.
I get
Appreciate
can I
that.
get $1?
Right.
I'm a little
can
shocked.
Because when you had put the little man weave on me, it was crooked.
Oh damn.
You had a man weave?
No.
Yeah, I had to shave him off. His hair fell out. You remember that?
Could be bright.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
think so.
I really
Yeah,
think
we
that
can
would
all
be a dope
contribute.
idea. I really do.
I'm
I really
definitely-
think that
yeah.
would be a dope
Yeah,
idea.
I'm telling y'all, I'm
We're
But
gonna-
no
dead.
shade.
I
I
will-
think if we could, I don't really know if there is as many now as there used to be. Do a fashion and hair show
As many what?
design.
Yes, I know a lot of designers.
I do too.
Me too.
Hey, man.
I actually cut one that does who's on the show right now.
Huh?
Okay.
Yeah, I cut one
So
who's
I
on the
think,
show.
I
Yeah,
think that would be.
Yes.
Right.
Y'all stay on the lookout for that.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think that would be
for
dope.
sure.
I think that could be a bright future for.
That's gonna be dope. And we can do it annually.
So, do we have any questions from my fans or
Is
listeners?
this a question time?
I do gotta ask this question.
What?
Okay. Oh Lord, you know when Hype put his head in his hand, you know,
shit.
it's some shit, Lord.
So, did anybody have any experiences this past weekend with any of the guests that were in the city?
Can
I
you
can
play
say-
the
I
little
can say
cricket
no.
sound? Little cricket.
What about
There was
you?
a lot of sex parties going on.
Yes.
It was a lot.
I couldn't make none of that.
I didn't make
Yeah,
none
but I
of
don't do
them.
those anyway. But
Yeah, I
don't
wasn't.
do it, but I did
So,
that too.
okay,
I
so let
wanted
me ask
to.
this question: Have any of you all ever participated or been to any of these type of events?
Sex parties?
Sex
Oh,
parties,
no.
free zone, anything
I've
like
never,
that?
never.
Trey.
Ever
Trey
in your
has.
life?
I have.
She is just as much thirst trapping you be doing. I know you have ran through a few of them bitches.
I feel like you would have been to something like that.
Really,
Yeah,
me?
it's like
Are
you
you
would have showed. Not saying you was in there participating, but it's like you would probably go.
You know what? I want to experience stuff like that, being a black gay man, but I've never had a threesome. Like I've just had a threesome. I'm sorry,
Oh,
a couple of days ago, a couple of weeks ago. But you know what I'm saying. But I've never did no wild. No, I've never done no shit like that.
Interesting.
What's
I'm not
up?
gonna
I never
talk
been in
about that.
threesome either.
You never had one?
No,
You never had a threesome?
no.
Really?
I-
It's
I've had
fun.
one with a couple.
Yeah,
Not
a
recently,
couple.
not since I've been married.
So since we
But
on
back in the
on
day-
this subject, what do y'all think about poly relationships?
Probably get your ass whooped. I ain't doing it.
Probably
So
get
for
your
me,
ass
I feel like that it will never work long term.
Yeah.
And I say that because the people that I know that have done it,
It don't
they
work.
never last long.
Never.
And it's primarily because two people are going to connect more than the other.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's going to start to be a favoritism type of situation.
He's smiling over there. You must say
And
you got something going on like that.
I just like I
I mean,
mean,
because I do know I do
No.
know a throuple that's been together for years, and they was here this weekend, this past
I do.
weekend.
The one
I've
from
seen them
the one from
too.
Houston.
Yeah,
Okay, I know them.
I
Yeah.
They make it work.
yeah.
But them other ones here,
He said,
Like-
"Hello there."
it
I
go
just
bad.
seen a
If
couple
they
on
go bad,
Facebook
it
got
go
into it.
bad.
They was talking about that. I didn't even know they was in a whole throuple relationship. He was talking about getting into it with with I guess the dude, and I'm thinking he's talking about his boyfriend. Come to
But
find
he's
out, it was
talking
a
about-
it was a
that's
throuple, and they got into it. And talking about don't be reading. I'm like, how the fuck?
Yo, you talking
Y'all
about a
get
couple here in Dallas?
Yeah, you know what I'm
Okay,
talking about.
I-
I ain't gonna
See,
say their
I-
name because
I
I don't
don't
want to
know-
get sued.
I don't know who
and
that
shit.
is.
So we're not gonna say their name, but you know who I'm
But I
talking
feel
about.
like
Yeah.
Oh,
the
y'all should
issue
say
with
those
that is
names.
that, like you said, somebody
Hell no, them be
develop
sending
more
NDAs and
feelings.
shit.
Oh,
Oh, my bad. But from what I see, it's like you have these two people that got history together, and they invite somebody else in,
Mm.
and that outsider is looking for like, I want what y'all have.
Mhm.
And
but
sometimes
what
they're
if
not
what if
willing
it's
to-
not? What if it's all y'all all met at the same time?
That's different. So I feel like that couple from Houston, they met all at the same time. I feel like that's why they work out.
Mhm.
But that's
The
not
ones
true though.
here-
That's not true. They didn't
Not
all
true?
meet at the same time. Two was together, and then the other one they asked the other one to come in. I know him because he told me the story
How
because I
long
did
had
his
they
I did
been
his hair,
together, though?
but I didn't ask that. I didn't.
That
ask
threesome
That
shit
could
never
make a
works out
difference.
for no a
Yeah,
threesome or bring someone into your relationship or having a throuple or having a poly, whatever the new word is now. But that shit never works out. Every time I hear about something, they always battling and fighting at
They
the end.
do. And then
Yeah,
they-
somebody
and
get
when
then
the
they break
person
up.
leaves,
I
all
know
their business
like
on Facebook.
maybe 3 people that I know personally have done it, and it lasts for 6 months to a year max. You know what I'm saying? And it tends to because I always hear the same thing that two connect. You
More
know,
than the
now
other
it could
two.
be the two that were already together,
Or the-
it could
the
be
new one.
The new one
Somebody
is connected
going-
to somebody,
somebody going
and
to
they've
fuck
had
on
a
the
better
side,
connection
yeah.
than the boyfriend, and so now it goes to. So yeah,
I be so confused because I be like, so it's 3 of us. I'm at work. Y'all at home having sex. Like
right
that would
there.
just drive me
Yeah,
insane.
like,
I
No,
don't
they
see somebody
they
like
should
that.
be at work.
They
as
should be
well.
at work.
I
They
mean,
should be
you
work
know,
too.
But they can probably go on
I
lunch
like to
breaks.
go
and
home
shit.
to my-
See,
I
my
like to go
mind
home to
going
visit
crazy
my
shit.
family.
Yeah.
So okay, so like what I was saying is that I could be in a poly relationship, but I can't be in a relationship and invite somebody in and let them go because I know this is my man and I'm letting you do this to my man and I'm just like I'm selfish when it comes to stuff like that. If I know that you're my man right now, but like if these are both my men, then I wouldn't mind it.
So,
If
but
both
your
y'all my
men-
man.
Both your men can have while you at what you doing here.
Mm-hmm.
That shit dumb. I can't fuck with that shit. That shit is crazy. And,
It's better. It's better than you being away at work and your man cheating on you with
So
some
let me
random
ask
ass
you this question.
person.
So let me ask you this question. So what if you're doing hair and you know that they are together, but you don't really know what they're doing, and you're calling and nobody's answering the phone?
Okay, that's not going to happen because
But no, so
communication
if-
is important in my
but if
relationship.
They're doing them, and they're in the middle of it.
Oh, okay.
They're not
I get
going
what
to
you're
answer
saying.
the phone, but
Right.
you don't really know what's going on because
They
you just know that
could.
they're
I ain't
together.
strong enough for that.
Me neither.
So
This is
that's
not
what
a
I'm saying.
conversation
So
for me.
in a situation like that, how would you respond to that? Because you're calling both of them, neither one of them are answering the phone, and you know that they are together. So that at that point now in your mind, you know that they're doing something.
Yeah, I'm going
With each other though, long as it's not
Yeah.
nobody
Okay, so I'ma
else.
do you
I'm-
one
So
better.
you mean to tell me you still wouldn't feel uncomfortable about that?
I would be
would-
mad
yeah.
about y'all not answering my phone call, but I'm not gonna be mad about y'all doing something. No,
So
that would
Because
be
it could have
the
been
issue.
important.
What if
Like y'all
it
need
gets
to
to that
answer.
situation, like y'all all meet at the same, because that's how you want
Uh-huh.
to go.
Yeah.
And then while you at work, you know, they're at home building a bond. Then eventually they decide that we want to be together, but we don't want to be with you.
But what's happening when he's at work and we're at home building a bond, or when he's
That
at
shit
work and we're building a
confusing.
bond, building a
Don't
bond?
do that.
Because we all gonna go to work.
if
So,
you- so if it's three of y'all, and you are building a bond with one that may not have been the one that you were. So you were with a guy, y'all meet another guy, y'all decide to do this poly thing, and you start to build a better relationship with the extra person versus the dude that you were initially with. Then what do you do? Because now you've built a better relationship with him. Y'all have more in common. Y'all have a better understanding. Organically, y'all just meshed so well, and you were not expecting this. but you've been with this guy for a year or so, and so then what do you do?
I just don't think I'd be in that situation.
But it
Don't say what you.
happens.
Yeah, it happens. And don't say what
And
you
I'm
are.
saying because I'm not. If I'm
You
in a
open that
relationship
door,
with
you
somebody
open
for a
that window
year,
for
I'm
that.
not finna bring nobody in if we not starting off right.
No,
Because like
fuck
I'm gonna feel
that.
like, why you want somebody extra?
Yeah,
No,
but I feel, man, I don't know. I just.
It's not for Chris
I don't
Simmons
think it's
Day.
for me.
It's one of them cross that bridge when I get there.
Yeah.
Have you and your husband had this
Hell
conversation?
no, he don't want to do it.
You are down for it. He don't want to.
I'm open to it. I'll try anything at least once.
Have you
Okay.
had this conversation?
We have had this conversation. We've actually joked about it before. It never went nowhere. Like, I even made a joke about like us going to a sex party together, and he was like, "Nah, because I can't see you." Yeah, so
Yeah,
I
that's
know
that's
that-
that's how I feel.
Yeah, like so. I don't think.
So what did,
But in a sense,
what did
I
he
think
say?
that too, because like, I'll be like, yeah, we can do that, but I really don't know if I can picture him doing it with someone
somebody
in
else.
front of
Getting
me.
pleased and the faces that you see.
Unless
your
it was
man make,
y'all's
that
person.
you giving
See,
him.
that's-
Mentally, I'm not
it.
strong enough for
I'm
that.
not either.
I
I'ma
don't. I
snap.
don't
I'ma
know.
lose my
I would.
fucking mind.
Yeah, it would bother
So,
me
yeah,
a little
no.
bit.
What
I
would,
don't know.
I don't know because I feel like the opportunity presented itself.
You just have to be two hoes. It just have to be two hoes. I would never be with someone,
So
be
I'm-
in love with someone and do
so I'm-
something
So,
like that.
Boss Lady, let me ask you from a cisgender female perspective. And I like to ask these questions because it's so crazy, Boss Lady, because after we had that conversation with you about the girl's perspective, so many females have come up to us. I know one night me and Neiman was at Marty's and Glam came and it's like, I want to be on y'all podcast. You know what I'm saying? And like, we've had other females that have said, you know,
They
I
wanna
like
be on
y'all
the podcast.
Why don't y'all have a girl on there? You know what I'm saying?
Didn't I say that?
You did, and that's why I brought that up. So from what we classify as cisgender women,
Not we.
no, our community.
Yeah, I was about you.
We say cisgender woman, but
Yeah.
you know, as a heterosexual female, how do you feel about the poly thing?
I'm with Chris. No,
You not fucking-
no, I can't. I don't. I'm like him. I don't want to. I can't see you pleasing somebody the way you please me. I don't know how I would feel about that. I'm not. I'm not.
But
I'm
why
not
is it
mature.
always got to be about sex?
Well, you know what? And let me wait a minute. Well, okay, that's cool.
Good point, Dior. Thank you.
Dior.
Because I brought up the question about a poly relationship, but the only thing we've been discussing is sex. We have not discussed. Like,
Let me say real quick. I just
Anything
wanted to
else?
say this.
Financially, it's
Most
good. Don't get me
times
wrong.
when you hear that threesomes, it's two females and a man.
Yeah.
If it were me, I would want two men.
So, would you want the two men to have sex with each other?
No,
Oh,
So you just want to get slutted out.
I do. I
Gotcha.
do.
But
I feel you. I feel
I
you.
watched this video on Twitter
I
where
do.
this girl gave her man a threesome. And the
it
new
was a
girl-
dude.
Yeah, no, it was.
Oh.
It was. I seen a couple.
Oh,
that both-
okay.
Yeah, but the girl gave her man a threesome with another girl, and so he ended up killing this girl, like the new girl stuff.
Baby, see,
and,
I
the,
would've-
and the girlfriend on the bed looking like, you don't do that to me. Like, what's going on? And it went viral because she just sitting there looking like lost, like her
Like
feelings
sad.
hurt. But this is something
See,
you
that'd
put
be
that,
me, and I
"Happy
would've shot
birthday,
everybody
baby,
up in
this
that
is what you
bitch."
wanted. I gave you what you wanted, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. And now you in the picture, like, looking sad. Like, it's a whole video. And she looking sad, like, he ain't never done that to me. He don't make me feel that
I
way.
just feel like that.
No, that's crazy.
That
That's
you would
crazy.
consistently, or maybe not just consistently, but I feel like that you would always have this notion in the back of your mind that something is going to go wrong, just because of the situation itself. Like, because so many things can happen with them situations. Like, so many things can happen. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, I don't know, like,
This is
I
my
don't know.
personal
Only reason
opinion.
why I think about it because like most of my relationships I've been in, I've been cheated on multiple times, and I stayed just because I didn't want to lose the person that I love. I didn't did all of this.
Right.
But like if it's three of us, cheat on me with my boyfriend. Don't cheat on me with some random ass nigga.
but it
on the
wouldn't be
street.
cheating though.
Exactly. That's
I
my
feel
point.
like if
But
we
then-
have to talk any conversations that we need a third party, then I'm not enough for you.
It's not. It's
And
not
I don't.
that- y'all
We
put
don't
it
need to be
together once.
together
It's not like
because you
bring
have
them in.
once a desire that a relationship cannot provide for you. You want something that has multiple partners or that requires multiple people, and a relationship does not require or cannot require multiple people because there will never be any
It
type
can,
of
though.
solid connection. No, it won't, because like we sit
mean,
here having
a
these
relationship
debates
ain't
about
necessarily about
like we
being
sit here having all
boyfriends,
these
but
debates about
all of us is in
you
a
had this
relationship
connection
right
and all
now,
this
you
that.
have multiple friends.
You
We're
say
all
what?
in a relationship. All of us right now are in a relationship right now. Multiple people. We're not a sexual relationship, but we're in a relationship.
But that's what but we're talking about a sexual.
no, you're making it a sexual.
No,
thing.
but that's what a threesome is. We're talking
I didn't
about
say threesome. I said poly. You said
poly,
threesome.
but it comes down to sex. That's sex, sexual, financially, physical, everything. It comes a relationship. Period. Exactly. So again, so
But
if we
you
do
don't-
that
it
third
don't-
party, I'm not
when you're in a
enough.
relationship, when you're in just a two people relationship, when you say, "Hey, can you date somebody?" The first thing you don't think about is like, who fucking who or what's fucking. That's not the first thing you think about.
But
I mean, at
isn't
least that's not the first
intimacy
thing
a
I'm thinking
part
about.
of a relationship?
It's a part. It's a part of it, but it's not the main thing.
It's not
Yes,
the main
it
thing. I'll
is.
agree.
But
It's
it-
not
it-
the
That's
part.
a lie. Y'all are lying.
I would
It's
say
a
Y'all
big
are
part.
I
lying.
would say this: it shouldn't be the main thing, but it is.
And
Reality
is.
it is a major
How
part of a
are,
relationship.
it's a connection in your. That's how you're connecting with your partner.
Exactly.
It is.
Spiritually, that's how you're bonding with each other.
I think the intimacy.
Why do y'all
part-
think that sex is the only way to
Bonding.
connect with
It's
your
not.
partner?
I don't think that
It's
it
not the
is,
only
but
way,
in
but it
reality,
is a
it
way.
is. Like intimacy is the biggest portion of any relationship.
Mm-hmm.
It shouldn't be. I agree with you. It should not be. But I mean, we just have to be honest. Call a spade a spade. Intimacy is a major part of any relationship because if the intimacy is off, it throws.
Exactly.
everybody
Let me
off.
ask this question to Dior real quick. Dior, do you consider yourself a sexual person?
Yes.
You do.
Yes.
I'm just curious, and I'm not saying that you not being, because you saying yes, but you're saying you heard, I heard you say you have been cheated on multiple times in multiple situations, and I'm wondering why.
Why have I been cheating?
Why is everybody
Why
behind
they
you
cheating?
doing this?
What is the reason why ever you be cheating on?
Well, I would say this.
It don't always-
busy.
It don't always gotta be his
defense,
sex.
though. I will say this in his defense. How many of us sitting on this panel have not been cheated on?
But he
Of
said
course.
I'm saying what everybody in here has been through before.
Yeah,
Like,
we
you
all
said-
experience.
But I'm speaking it out loud.
I
I'm
see
speak-
what you.
No, I
So-
see what you're saying.
So y'all have, okay, wait,
You didn't say multiple times,
before I go for it,
Like,
have
you're
you
the
been cheated on
common
multiple
denominator.
times?
Hell yeah, my last relationship.
Have y'all
I was
been cheated on multiple
yeah.
times?
I have been
Y'all
cheated
right
on
with me?
multiple times.
Okay, so I'm just speaking it
Damn.
out loud. I'm just speaking it
Yeah,
out
you
loud.
have-
I
I'm
think
not
everybody
talking
here
about
is
my
right
career.
now
I'm just
has
saying
been cheated on
throughout
multiple
my-
times.
Oh, okay.
But everybody, I'm
Yeah.
sure everybody didn't probably stick through it as long as I did. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
well,
saying?
no.
But sometimes I've been through in a
We
relationship
all
for
have been a
years.
fool for love.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For
So-
sure.
the way he put emphasis.
Like sex
Oh,
wasn't,
it's
the
yeah,
truth,
or
right?
you're not the
Maybe-
sexual person to
which
why
brings
you
me
had
to
your
my
partners
next
had to go out
question.
and step out and cheat.
What brings me to my next
I don't
question.
know why people
if
cheat.
If they cheated multiple times, why? Like,
That's
was it
what
because
I
you
mean.
didn't have? Was it because the sex wasn't good, or
You didn't have sex
it has
enough
to be sex for them to cheat? Because
don't
I know
know.
because they're not
I'm sure
seeking
you
nothing
make-
else. They're just seeking the
I'm
sex.
sure-
Not
I'm sure you're
necessarily.
financially stable.
Well,
Like,
why-
you
so
got
why
your
do you
shit
cheat?
together,
Just-
so-
You can, if you cheat, yeah.
Emotionally
Some
unstable.
people
To lead to sex?
Temptation, it's
No, you
age,
can cheat
temptation,
because your
it's
your man is
boredom.
not giving you the affection you need, so you feel the affection better from somebody else.
Which is gonna
it don't
lead
always
to
gotta
sex.
be. It don't always
which
gotta
is
be
gonna
sex.
lead to getting fucked.
I feel like no.
That nigga giving you that attention that nigga at home ain't giving you, and then he
I
gonna
don't
win your ass
I
out
don't
your
agree with
drawers
that. I don't believe
and
that.
fuck the shit out you.
I don't agree.
Exactly.
I don't
Thank you.
I don't agree with
I don't believe that.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
agree.
all
If I
I
did
believe,
believe
man.
that,
Well, I don't
if I
know,
did believe
because-
that nigga wouldn't still be there with me, he would be with that nigga.
Well, I don't know because
No, because I feel like
girlfriends with Maya had a sexual connection with the dude at work,
She did.
and he called and left her a message. But they never had sex. But she said she told her husband that it was just all emotional. Like he was there for her. Like she had a rough day. She wanted to talk. He was there.
But what was the nigga trying to get?
He was
The pussy.
Yeah.
Exactly. So at the
It is
end of
true.
the day, it all leads to fucking. It all leads to
I'm not gonna
sex.
say it all.
It is.
I mean, because I honestly can say you can have great sex with somebody and have no emotional connection,
Yep.
and it will never work.
It would be no relationship.
Trust
It's just
me.
fucking.
That's what
But
I'm-
if you're in a
that's what I'm
committed,
saying,
right?
though.
But if you're in a
But we're
committed
talking
relationship,
about-
like Dior said, if he's in a committed relationship, or me, just to use me, if I'm in a committed relationship with someone, and that person, I'm giving them everything. I'm providing everything for you for this person, and you go out and cheat. What is your reason to
But
cheat?
also,
what is the reason?
wait.
But
Also,
some people-
cheating is not always sex either. Once again,
Right.
You just said
cheating is not always
emotion,
sex.
but it also
I'm just saying.
leads to that. That person give you all that emotion that man at home not giving you, but he emotion you down and winding your ass down, and then you get with that nigga by yourself.
So let me
The
say
draws
this.
is going
So
down,
let
and
me
you gonna
say
get
this.
fucked.
No,
Am I lying, bro?
No.
You're lying.
Thank you.
No,
Next
so let
question.
me make this point. Let me make this point.
Shit.
Let me make this point. And I'm not going to say that this is your situation. But I'm just going to use you as an example. You could have been with somebody for a year or two. Y'all, you could be financially there for them. Y'all could have great sex, and everything could be good. Y'all get into it, have a bad argument, and in
now
the
he
course
mad.
of that, he meets somebody else
That's
that emotionally
comforting him.
was
Yeah.
there for him, that comfort him,
And boom, they kissing.
It may or may not have led to sex. But it never meant that you were not good at what you did. But in that moment, when y'all were not on a good path, he met somebody that gave him everything that he needed
At
in
that
that
moment.
moment.
He got fucked.
But it necessarily
Okay, I just want y'all to be.
No, that was a bonus.
That
That was a bonus.
I'm sitting here
Somebody
listening
get
to
Bernadette
y'all.
off this panel, please.
What'd you say, boss lady?
I'm not believing it. I'm not buying it because y'all are men. At the end of the day, y'all are men.
True.
Correct.
And I'm sorry. The goal is to fuck.
Yes.
Why is that the goal?
Because I don't know why that is y'all goal, but
That is not
y'all
everybody. That's not
goal.
all
Hey,
men's
it's my
goal.
goal.
I understand these some gay men up here, so they emotionally.
But no.
Is that what it is?
I'm not gonna say it's my goal. It's not my goal because I know that that's something I can do.
Yeah, from
So
anybody.
have
You
to
can
be
get it
able
from
to give me
anywhere.
Something more than just that.
Absolutely.
If I know that it's easy for me to just fuck on you and that's it.
I don't want to be with you.
I gotta give you some on that.
If I fuck you,
Because I can sleep with anybody.
I can get sex
everybody on this
anywhere.
panel- everybody on this
That's
panel
regular.
has
I
a
walked to the
platform,
7-Eleven.
and I know everybody on this panel can get it. Like, I mean, it's 2025. We got apps that it take you 5 minutes.
Baby, you just pay that fee, you can get it. Yeah,
You
yeah.
gotta pay no
seriously.
fee.
There's some that got fees out here, baby.
I'm just saying, like, what I'm saying? So I don't think that in every situation is that because that's not a hard thing for nobody on this panel to get if that's what they want. But I think we're all in a space at an age to where we want more than that. You have to be able to bring more
That's
than that.
true.
To the table.
That's so true.
Yeah, I
That's
can
so
fuck
true.
on you all day long, but what good is it doing me if I'm fucking on you, but you ain't bringing nothing to the table?
Right.
That's true.
You ain't
Hey,
providing
man.
anything. You're not emotionally.
for years. That's what we say all day long.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think
Yeah.
this is kind of where us as gay men understand women to a certain point because we think a little bit more emotionally than your, what they would consider
Typical
to be,
man.
Yeah.
heterosexual man. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's why our relationships as gay men are a lot more emotional and is is more draining because we go into relationships like women do. You know what I'm saying? And we're just male figures. But we enter into relationships from a woman's perspective because we want those same things that women want. From
Looking at our mama and
our lovers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, and I think that's why our relationships are harder than heterosexual relationships because we require more, we want more, because we come into it from a more of an emotional state than what most straight men do.
Thank you. Good
Well,
job.
guys, I think we had a good show, y'all.
Yeah.
Did we have
But
any,
you
anybody
explained
have
that
any
very
questions,
well.
concerns?
You
Huh?
did.
Anybody got no?
He got an A++.
No, because it was like I get what Dior saying. Y'all be trying to make everything sex wise. Because I've been in situations where I've only liked this person because of their sex. I don't expect nothing else or want nothing else because you can't do nothing else but have good sex with me.
Right.
But this person right here, I can just go lay up and cuddle with you and we can
Have a
chill
good
and
time,
cuddle
good
and not
time.
even have sex.
Yeah.
But I only want the sex with you because that's all we do and it's fun. But I want to cuddle and get all the emotional attachment from you on this
But
side.
why do we
And
do
then-
that? Why do we do that as
Because
gay
some-
men?
they're not-
Because
they're not-
that's
they're not-
That,
you
and
can
that's,
put
I
'em
think
together.
that puts a taint on
Now,
us
Chris,
because
I'm gonna call it that.
we should be
Please.
able
When
to.
I've talked to you, you were like, yeah, I got this little boy coming over, but
fuck.
I just want to lay up and cuddle with him. I'm not trying to have sex with him.
Yeah,
You
honey.
said that yourself,
Definitely.
brother.
That's why I'm
Still-
confused.
so
But he's
why do we do that?
It was
I'm
not
seeking-
about sex
listen,
with you.
But listen, because I'm
Exactly.
seeking for something at that moment. But if I have a partner, I'm looking for all of that in one. You
As
know
you
what I'm saying?
should.
So I don't need a third person, or I don't need.
Well, nobody
I'm not
said
saying
that
you
you
need
need
it.
it.
It's not needed.
He's
What
asking
you
a
want.
general question. Is
well, no, I don't.
If
Yeah,
you want it, or why?
because I try to seek all of that in one person.
I agree.
Right.
I feel like trying to get that from multiple people can
causes-
be a lot.
Yes,
Yeah.
And
too
because
many
can.
we
spirit
already are
ties.
emotional, I
Yes.
think it's just gonna
It dra-
intensify.
hell
it.
yeah.
It's gonna be more draining. You know what I'm saying? And
Oh,
so,
yes.
like, I just feel like it would be a lot to juggle, not having to worry about one person, but now you got to worry about two, and you
Three,
know, like,
four.
yeah, that could be a lot.
You can,
Like, that
yeah.
could definitely be a lot.
Personalities, everything.
Yeah.
Like all that
Right.
shit.
I
man.
could-
Like,
Yeah.
I could.
I mean, hey,
I can
live.
Do you have any friends of yours that have experienced this type of relationship? And what did you?
I know someone, a couple who they don't have they have an open relationship and they're married.
Okay.
She deals with girls and he deals with girls, but they don't bring them together. So yeah, again, not I can't.
So how did?
I don't know if I can do that.
So
Can y'all
how
do
does
that?
she?
I don't know about that one.
I think that
can't do
the
that
thing
one.
about it is, I guess she's bisexual, and so I think that was the way that they agreed, so that she could get what she wanted. She
get what he wants to.
But wouldn't it just be okay just to
because she doesn't want to share.
her women
Her
with him
partner,
or her
no.
man with, but she's still sharing him with a random. I'm confused. Now,
That's very confusing.
Yeah,
Very
that's a hard task.
Hey live. I didn't know how our future of pride turns into Polly.
I don't know either. I just had a question.
Ask the guy.
We done wore it out. But we done made Polly.
Maybe it led us to this.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
just
right.
thought about it again.
That's the future of pride, poly relationship.
It might be. You never know.
We did talk before y'all get out of here. We did talk about this at the beginning of before we even started the show, like what y'all thoughts were on the whole Tyler Perry and Derek Dixon situation.
Yes, the Tyler Perry. Go ahead.
Mine's is short and simple. I feel like I'm very upset with Tyler Perry, and let me tell you why. Because for years and years, we always had a white man take something from us, and for you to be a black successful as successful that you are, you allow a white man to come in and you were thinking with your dick. As men, we think with our dick a lot. You know what I'm saying? I can't fault you for that. But you let a white man come in here and take not 47% of your network, trying to, over some ass, bro. That has got to be the most suckiest shit in the world, and I don't like. I'm mad at him for that. He could have all them fine ass black men he had on his shows and movies and stuff like that. He ain't try to get him no money. It's too many gay men out here that
did.
will allow you to
Well,
let
I'm
them.
gonna say, why do
money.
you think that it was only this person? Though?
Right.
Maybe this is the only one that's opening up his mouth.
Right.
Allegedly.
Well, allegedly,
This is the beginning because what typically happens is take one,
one, and then everybody coming out. But from right now, I'm just upset because it was a white man. If it was a black man, I really wouldn't even care because we all didn't want to fuck a nigga and text a nigga and say we want to fuck. You know what I'm saying? So
and we kind of talked about this before we started. I honestly feel like that he went into this. I felt like that he picked up on that he knew Tyler had something for him. He may not have known the depth of it, but he picked up on something that made him then question himself because he's knowing that if he plays into this, and I'm sure he's already strategized in his mind, lawsuit. So he's already knowing
target
that
a black man with money.
I'm
That's
gonna have to
crazy.
get the most I can because for my career is done. You know what I'm saying?
That is
Now
true.
I do think that he got a little sloppy with how he was moving, which is probably really going to hurt him in what he's
Who,
Tyler?
No, the other.
Okay, yeah.
It's gonna
Okay,
hurt
okay.
him in the long run for what he's trying to do.
Yeah.
But I think it's just a moment. And we also have to understand that regardless of who Tyler Perry is, he's still a
human being.
and he's